Imagine one day being a mayor, right? You're chilling. Everything is going dandy, right? You had your breakfast. Things is coming up Millhouse, right? And so now you're going to go ahead and do some mayor duties, right? You get in your car or wherever you are, and you're getting escorted. And out of nowhere, a freaking RPG just hits your ish. Because this is what happened at to this mayor over here in the Philippines, bruh. Never in my life, could I imagine such a crazy situation. There he goes. Such a crazy situation, bro. Bruh, this is some Grand Theft Auto ass moment right here, bro. If I don't know what's going on in the Philippines. I don't know why they're moving out. They're out here moving like freaking Gotham villains, but it is what it is. And so the question is, what happened and why is this going on in the Philippines, right? And great aim, bro. I can't imagine, like, bro, if it was me, bro, I would have aimed, bro, holding something like this. I would. Golly, he almost destroyed his partner here too, bro. Yeah, if it was me, bro, I would have somehow messed it up, and we would have that whole van would have been kaputs. It would have gone blown to smithereens, bro. So yeah, let's see what happens. Why? Let's find out why this happened and what's going on in the Philippines that are making people move like this. All right, real quick though, I didn't read this part. So CCTV footage for okay. And so before we start, let me let's quickly read this whole entire situation here. CCTV footage released by Sheriff I can't pronounce that last name. I'm sorry. Municipality. Oh my God. Municipality showed a rocket attack targeting the vehicle of Mayor Ahmed Mitra. I tried. All right. So there's that. Right. Boom. Bro, I still can't believe he didn't. His partner didn't get hurt on that. The footage showed a rocket being fired at the mayor's moving vehicle from the opposite side of the road. Bro, how did you even get a rocket launcher? Is my question. Who gave this man an RPG, and how do you have the right aim for it? Like, were you practicing? Local media reported that despite the rocket strike hitting the mayor's vehicle, heavy gunfire at the scene, he was unarmed, unharmed. How? How are you unharmed, bro? Bruh, this dude's. I don't know who this mayor is, but this dude has the luck of the freaking Lucky Charms character, bruh. Two members of his security detail were reported wounded in the attack. No, okay, this is great advertisement for whatever vehicle this is, bro. This is great advertisement for whatever vehicle this is, bro. It really is, bro. I would have been using this as my ad for the rest of my life. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, two members of his security, yeah, they were wounded in the attack. I mean, just wounded is amazing, bro. I would think it would be something off of a movie, right? Where you see the car like fly up and 60 feet up into the sky and just full of flames and everything, like and like a mushroom cloud. Security forces launched a pursuit operation after the incident, targeting the attackers who fled in a gray or white minivan. It's a white minivan. Damn, bro, that's just it's impressive. The pursuit reportedly led to Barangay Meta, which gosh darn it, it's not pausing. Why is it not pausing? I hate that it doesn't pause. The pursuit reportedly led to Barangay Meta in Datu Use, where the suspect exchanged fire with pursuing forces. Oh, okay, so they were three suspects were three suspect attackers were killed in the clash, and their vehicle was recovered. The report said. Oh, so they got the guys. I mean, it's not, bro. This vehicle is it's something out of a cartoon, bro. This boxy van that they were in is something out of a cartoon. Like, you cannot miss that, bro. If you let these fools escape, bro, you should retire from the force. Don't ever show your face in the force again. Jesus, bro. This is just so shocking, bro. The fact that this is real life. Authorities are continuing to investigate the identities and the motives behind the attack. That's my question. Why did we do this? What was going on? So on Google, so I decided to do a Google search, and it turns out this is his fourth assassination attempt. Most recent attack occurred in January 25th, 2026, when the convoy was hit by a rocket propelled grenade. Oh my God, that's crazy. Story of surviving such incidents includes 2010, the first attempt of his life occurred while he was serving a municipal councilor in that place. In December 24, 2014, his convoy was ambushed in that same place. While he was vice mayor, he survived, but two of his security escorts were taken. December 20. Wow, they were consistent. They were consistent. Let's go back to they were like Christmas Eve. Yeah, bro, you would not catch me anywhere outside anymore, bro. This is like on some like American Dad when they have to fight Santa Claus. Like, just know every 24th there's gonna be an assassination attempt. You better strap up. You better. It's the purge out there for you, bro. You better stay in. Okay, so in 2019, he was wounded in an ambush in Sharif, that place. This attack also resulted in deaths of two of his security personnel. Bro, you better up the pay of your security. And then the 2026, the recent one with the armored. That is crazy, dude. Someone said we got GTA we in the Philippines before GTA 6. Hilarious. And here I found something interesting. He, the mayor, survived gunfire on his convoy in an ambush on the 3rd December 2024 that killed two escorts in ambush in October 2024. Its local power politics linked to the 2025 election cycle and a continuing clan feud. He gave evidence against other members of his clan regarding the 2009 uh, massacre. It's probably time to immigrate. Huh. There were okay, so he was I guess he was an informant. Literally quarrel between relatives. Why doesn't the state put pulls clans down due to domestic terrorism? That's a good point. So here we are, the Maguandino massacre, bruh. So let's check this out, man. So let's check this out. The Apatons have been in control of Maguandino since 2001. Senior first came into prominence when the president appointed him chief of offices of Sharif. In 1986, immediately after the People Power Revolution, Aquino, after coming into power in 1986 through a revolution, replaced every locally elected official with officers in charge. Although the town of Magnoy was approached differently, the aging mayor was replaced by his vice mayor, Apotuan Sr. He won the 1988 local elections and served for 10 years. Sr. was elected governor. Members of Lakas, President Gloria listed Senior as a major ally of Mandinho, uh, a Muslim a region in the Muslim Mandinho. Okay, regional governor Zaldi Abutuan was the party regional chairman. Senior, the family patriarch, had been provincial, governor since 1998. He had been elected three times unopposed. 18 of the mayors of in Maguandinho belonged to the clan. The elder Amputuan attributed his popularity to popular support, adding that because I am so loved by the constituents of my municipalities, they asked me to have my son as representatives. In the 2004 presidential election, Arroyo won 69% of the Maguandino's vote. 3 years later, the party-backed coalition scored 12-0 sweep of the senatorial elections in the province. Unable to run for a third term, he groomed his son to succeed him as governor. With escalated tensions in Providence, Arroyo, as head of the CMD, mediated between the Amputuans and the Maguatuan. I don't know. Both are from the same party. To prevent election-related violence, three meetings were held in mid-2009, with one of the meetings hosted by the Secretary of National Defense in 2009 and 10 party chairman Gilberto, who ran to succeed Arroyo as president but was defeated by Aquino. Arroyo's advisor for political affairs, Claudio, disclosed that there was an initial agreement in principle that no uh, Maguantana would contest Apotuan's senior governmentship. Okay, so here we go to the attack. Here we go with the attack. Bulan Vice Mayor Toto invited 37 journalists to cover the scheduled filing for his certificate of candidacy (COC) at the commissions of elections. Prominent office, for the office in Sharif. He stated the reason for this was he received threats from a rival politician who had threatened to chop him up into pieces. Whoa. Once he filed his COC, let me just take this off. Sorry. So once he filed the COC, he felt the presence of journalists would deter such an attack. The same week he was to file his COC, the this family requested for security from the Philippine Police Regional Command in the this region. But the request was rejected. There was speculation that this was done on the behest of the regional governor Zaldi Apatuan, one of the perpetrators of the massacre. Because of this, uh, this guy changed plans. Instead of personally going to Sharif, he would send all women party led by his wife, two sisters, and an aunt with female lawyers in order to file for his COC on his behalf. Some reports suggest that he was relying on on an Islamic tradition that women are not to be harmed. Mm. Accompanying the woman would be journalists and correspondents from South and General Santos. Hours before the group departed, Quiles, a correspondent from the Philippine Daily, uh, from General Santos, texted the Philippine Army, 6th Infantry, that and was assured that the road was safe. But the departure was delayed by 30 minutes due to security concerns. The convoy was composed of 7 vehicles, okay, at least four of which was owned by this family and two more by media vehicles. Um, so one of Grandia's vans lagged behind, so the rest of the vehicles uh behind the rest of the vehicles and turned around once the occupants realized what was happening. So it was lagging behind, so everyone turned around once they realized what was happening. At around 10 a.m., the convoy was passing through the town of Aputuan when it was stopped at a police checkpoint in this place and about 10 kilometers from Sharif for a routine inspection. At that moment, at least 10 vehicles carrying heavily armed gunmen arrived and surrounded the convoy. The men led by Aputuan Jr. took the occupants out of the vehicles as hostage and ordered the policemen present to step aside. Damn. According to the Inquirer, several of the gunmen were from the Citizen Armed Force place and irregular displays. And civilian volunteer organizations. The government initially forced the victims to get out and lie down on the ground and took their personal belongings from them before ordering them to get back into their vehicles. There were two other vehicles that were also present at the checkpoint but were not part of the convoy. Damn. Uh, After suffering a mouse struck in the morning, uh, dude, so a few innocent people were also caught up in this, huh? Um, the FX was driven by Anthony Radio, an employee of this place and son of this guy. The occupants of these vehicles were mistaken as part of the convoy and were also captured by the gunmen. Damn. Some of the Ampetuans Jr.'s men commandeered the waylaid vehicles and drove them out to the remote area of Ampetuan, where the victims were once again forced out of their vehicles. During this time, uh, this guy's wife made the phone call to her husband at around 10:15 a.m., in which she said that they were being held hot by at least 100 gunmen, whom she identified as the men of Aputuan. Uh, the call was abruptly cut short when Aputuan Jr. himself apparently pulled her out of the car she was in she was in and slapped her, causing her to drop the cell phone. Gunfire erupted shortly afterwards at around 10:30 a.m. There is evidence that at least five of the female victims, four of them journalists, were. Oof, Jesus, that's terrible. And while practically all of the women had been shot in, oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Uh, Maguantana's young sister and aunt were both pregnant at the time. Oh my God, dude. Do these people have no hearts? It's not that serious, bro. It can't be, bro. After the massacre has ended, the perpetrators began burying the victims in three mass graves, which had been dug 2 days prior using that whatever it is, embeda, embed, embel, emblaz, emblazoned with name of the governor, Ampetuan Sr. A total of 35 bodies were found in these mass graves. Through the perpetrators had intended to bury all. Though the perpetrators had intended to bury all of the victims, they were forced to flee after learning that the military units were approaching their location. The soldiers arrived at the site around 3 p.m., more than 4 hours after the massacre took place. Wow, bro. And so that was a massacre, man. And again, terrible story, bro. What they did to those women, bro. Yeah, there's a special place in hell. And Amplituan, he occupies a unique and dangerous position within the Apatuan clan, Akamid. He notably broke ranks with the powerful relatives by testifying against them in the 2009 Manguandino massacre case. The act of defiance made him a target for revenge within the family. So the RPG attack was active. It was an act of revenge. Political dominance. As the mayor of Sharif, the former seat of Amputuan power, he represents a shift in local leadership. Authorities believe that political rivals or families are seeking to reclaim influence view him as a primary obstacle. Jesus, what a target. The Rido system, the type of violence is often cyclical, right? Hopefully I said that. Cyclical in Manguandino del Sur. The clan feuds can last generations, bro. Could you believe that generationally just being being at war with people like that? That's insane. Involving the use of hired guns and high-powered military weapons like an RPG used in the latest attack. Election hotspot. Sharif Agwak is consistently designated as an election hotspot due to these entrenched rivalries, which typically intensifies as national and local elections approach. Whoa, this is just whoa, bro. This is insane, bro. Whoa, like they're moving different in the Philippines, bro. They are straight up Gotham out there, bro. They're straight up Gotham. It's insane. But yeah, man. So that's a little bit of what the lore of why that mayor got attacked with an RPG. Yeah, man. I'll catch y'all later.